hello, and welcome to the Cup TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. You can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm your girl Lana, your resident evil diva, and your resident Nicolandria Hive Stan. Period. And I'm here to get the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I loves me some tea. I am drinking a little bit of water because hydration is important, and it was the only thing that I felt close enough to grab. But I do have my cup mug. Yeah. And you can get your cup mug at laundriescreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically. So there are no excuses. Get your cup mug, period.
Yes, God, and hello, hi. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. Gay. Today on this occasion, I've got coffee. What? Shocker, I know. Truly groundbreaking. It's just some white chocolate, vanilla coffee as per usual, I guess now. To celebrate a lovely episode of Love Island USA today, Lana. Very excited.
Absolutely.
Very
It's a
lovely.
very lovely and very excited to talk about it. And we're going to do just that. But before we do, y'all know what to do if you're here for the first, well, you know what to do if you've been here before. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done it. If you haven't been here before, hit the subscribe button because
Hey.
hello there. We say we want to give, and please hit the subscribe button on your while you're here and checking us out because we are trying to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year here on the Cup TV and across all of our shows, our platforms. So we have three other channels that you could go and support at the Cup. Pod for your drag and drag race needs, at the Cup ESC for your Eurovision Song Contest needs, and at the Cup Ringside for your WWE needs. We are constantly putting content out on most of the channels all of the time, and some of the channels some of the times when it calls for them. Our
Correct.
ESC channel is kind of chilling right now because it's not in season, but they will ramp back up when it's time, and when they do, all the content will be a flowing. Um, and
We've
our
got
ring
plans. We've got things. We've got a lot of fun postseason plans. So yes, very excited.
don't sleep on the ESC channel. That's all I'm saying. And
And don't
our
sleep
ring
on ringside either, baby.
because we got PLEs happening this weekend, so content will be coming this weekend. So do not sleep on ringside either. But what you know you can't sleep on is TV and drag because those channels are giving content constantly. So please subscribe to all of our channels. Help us out. Let us reach our mission of 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That would be great. It unlocks a lot of fun things for us here on this channel, and it continues to help us grow on our other channel. So we appreciate all of your support. Also, if you need to check us out on the go, our audio podcast links are right down in the description below. You can check that out. Our audio podcast listeners, y'all are doing it. We appreciate you checking us out and doing all of that. We really do appreciate you. Our numbers are great over there. We really appreciate that.
We're
We
about to
are
hit 25,000 listens over on our audio platforms. Like what?
and
Love Island.
y'all are
Love
eating up.
Island.
Y'all are
Love
eating up.
Island.
Y'all are
Y'all
eating
are the
up.
reason for that. So
We
thank
love you.
you.
We really appreciate you because we are just a little podcast trying to do what we do and keep on chugging and keep on pushing. And so we appreciate those who are supporting us in our journey. Follow us on join our Patreon. We got a lot of fun things going on in our Patreon, some early access things that you will see much later on the channel. So you can see it first if you join our Patreon. And some things that we will not be posting on our Patreon because it's just a lot of fun behind the scene things. So check out our Patreon to see all the fun things that we got going on. And then follow us on our socials because we got a lot of we're we're engaged with us doing our socials. We love the engagement on our socials and check us out. Send us messages. Tell us what you think. Let us know. We're here. We want to engage. We want to talk to you. So talk to us. Now, Logan, let's get into it because Love Island, episode 32. We had a lot of it was very centered, but then very not centered. It was a
It
lot
was
of
such a
subplot stories going
it
on.
was such an interesting episode given like the full like it
Scale.
wasn't It wasn't a fluff episode.
No, but it felt a little fluffy.
It was a fluffy episode, but it wasn't a fluff episode. Like, that's how I would say it. Obviously they needed to fill a full episode in order to get to ultimately the dumping, which we will talk about, of course.
Yes.
But no, I thought it was a good episode. You know, we're in the last week, of course, so we're trying
Yes.
to pad out the last week. We're trying to get to the point before like family visits and, you know, the final dates and things like that. I didn't think it was that bad of an episode.
I enjoyed
Compared
it.
to yesterday's episode, which I didn't like, and I refuse to be here to talk about because I don't like fake babies.
Okay. That's the weirdest thing you could say on a podcast. I'm just gonna be honest. I hate babies is wild.
I said fake babies.
I didn't hit. Oh, you cut out for me. All I heard you
Oh
say,
no,
I
I said
hate
fake
babies.
babies. I would like no. Lana, what you're not going to hear today? No, I'm not taking the slander from you, Lana. No kidding.
Wait, it literally cut out for me, and I heard I hate.
I
babies.
would like to clarify my statement in case Lana is not the only person. I said, well, I don't like children to begin with. They're not my tea. They're not my situation. But I said specifically, I don't like fake babies.
Okay.
Unreal babies, the not real kind, the kind
Baby
that don't have a
dolls.
heartbeat and the goo goo gaga. I
Mhm.
don't like them. I don't
Mhm.
like mechanical babies. They
Got it.
freak me the fuck out. I don't like them. I don't like any part of them. So
Got it.
yesterday's episode was bad for me. I watched it. I hated every moment of it.
Okay. I
So,
got you.
so thank you, Lana, for holding down the fort yesterday here at the live. But no, it was just a bad episode for me. But yeah, no. The real life Goo Goo Gaga babies, they're fine.
Right.
They're fine. They're fine.
They're
But
fine.
fake mechanical babies, no.
Got
Not my
it.
tea. Not my tea.
Got it. I get it, and I understand that. I understand the not liking the fake babies. I thought I appreciate the clarification because I was confused. I was like, not liking babies is wild, but the fact that you clarified, I'm
Babies are
okay.
fine. Babies are fine. Babies are fine. But, you
Uh,
know, they're not my tea. I'm not going to have
got it.
any. But, you know,
Right.
they're fine.
Lovely. Lovely.
But
Guy.
the fake ones just
They're not.
no.
They're a little creepy. Not gonna lie.
They're
Mhm.
a little
They're a little
very.
creepy. They're a little creepy.
I
But
would have walked out that villa. And like, nope, no, thank you. I'm fine.
I enjoyed the episode because I thought I liked how people took some of it. I liked how seriously the guys were taking it, or some of the guys
Oh yeah.
anyway. As far as Ace and Taylor and Nick, like they took it very
Oh,
seriously.
and I said it yesterday in the chat when I was
You did
here.
say that.
I
You
loved
did.
the way Ace moved in yesterday's episode. I was like, okay, Ace.
Hmm.
I'm still
I
not fully on the Ace bandwagon, but I do like the way Ace moved in yesterday's episode. I really enjoyed it. I did really enjoy it.
yeah.
So
But we talked about that. Let's talk about this episode because
yes, please.
we get the remnants of the night, of course.
And we
Well,
start on a high.
because the hideaway happened, and I'm gonna be honest. I skipped past all of that. I skipped
There
past
wasn't
all of that.
much.
I don't, and I would have skipped past everybody's hideaway, honestly, because I don't enjoy the hideaway moments because I feel like the hideaway needs to be what it's for and privacy, and that's their chance to be off camera. And I understand that they have to show the little bits of the front, the beginning parts of
Yeah.
them, and showing them getting closer to. I get
Yeah.
that. But I prefer not to watch hideaway stuff because the hideaway is a place where they're supposed to be able to go to get away from
Mhm,
everybody and the cameras and just enjoy that time together of growing their
mhm.
relationship. So I kind of don't like it. And I knew with Ryan and Amaya, both of them are yappers. So we were going to get all the details after it
Oh
was
yeah.
over. And I knew we were going to do that. So I was like, I don't have to watch it. Just tell me what happened
And we didn't
afterwards.
even really get a whole lot of the detail. Like, we didn't get a whole lot of it, to be
I
honest,
mean,
because
we
they.
got, yeah, they were a little more reserved than I thought.
Yeah, but I do like because we didn't even really get a whole lot of their hideaway because they kept cutting back and forth between it.
Mhm.
It was, it was fine. It was whatever. I am very glad though that of the couples that could have gotten the hideaway that it was Brian Maya. Yes, 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 yes. That made me very happy, very excited, because they deserve it.
I was happy for them.
Um,
I don't know about
Thrilled.
deserved. I think they were the ones who wanted it the most, which I appreciate and I understand. I think if we were going by couples and who deserves the couple for the longevity and the chemistry, maybe it should have been Shelly and Ace, but I think Shelly and Ace wouldn't have wanted it. I don't think they wanted
No,
it, and I don't think because that's not their judge, that's not their vibe. I mean, if we notice who is in the beds doing things, it's never Shelly and Ace, it's never
no, it's
Alandria and anybody ever, it's never
no,
Clark and Taylor. So I think the girlies who wasn't going to be giving it up on TV was not going to get in that hideaway. So I think they made the right choice with Brian and Amaya. Um because they were on the verge. They were ready to go. And as we see in this episode tonight, Iris and Peppy were too. So they could have went too and they would have had a good time because they didn't need a hideaway
eh,
anyway. They didn't care nothing
I
about the hideaway.
just I was
Oh,
just happy for Brian and Maya. That's
I
just,
was always happy for Brian and Maya. I think they were like I said, I don't know if deserve is the word, but I was happy that they got it because I think they wanted it the most.
I think deserve comes more so when it comes to like Amaya specifically, because she been through the trenches in this villa, and I'm just happy
Yeah,
she had
I'm
a
happy for
moment to
my girl.
breathe.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
they came out of the hideaway. They had their cute little moment in the hot tub.
Hmm.
They had their cute little moment in bed. They had their moments, but it wasn't really like anything major. And then they come out the next day and they're doing their thing, and it's whatever. And they're talking about it a little bit, but we then go immediately to, oh my god, the boys got a text and they're going to play basketball.
I mean, we just we're not going to gloss over what happened the night before because as a Nickelodeon stan, I just can't let it
Oh
go.
no, I know, but that's where that conversation went. But yes, please, by all means, we need to talk about the
We
next
will
week.
not gloss over a thing because
Oh no no
my
no 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 no! But that's where that ended.
my
But
man
please, let's go
said
back.
my man said in the recoupling that his job as a man was to take care of her and to make her happy. And since that man has said that, that is what that man has been doing this entire time since he did it. Like, I know y'all probably, if y'all saw the tweet that Logan put out, y'all saw my requote, he requoted my tweet. The man's went and got her clothes and laid them her night clothes, her pajamas, folded them up and laid them out for her before he went on to get ready to take a shower or whatever duty he had to do. Um, hello. And you know who peeped it? Ace. Ace was like, oh, okay,
Oh
okay.
oh.
All right. Um, we had some cute little moments in between this thing. They didn't feed us a whole lot, Little Andrew friends. We got crumbs this again, but we've been living off crumbs this entire season, so we know how to find the crumbs. We found the crumbs in this episode, just like we found it in the last episode, because did we all keep the same necklace, the matching necklaces that
Oh
Nick and
yeah.
Alandria are wearing? Because she gave him
Oh yeah.
her other. I'm just saying, we find crumbs, we pull them, and we take them. The man made that break. He went on right away after every couple and made that bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. Made it right away. It was period.
Mhm.
He's doing what he said he was going to do, and I appreciate that. Ace is doing what he said he was going to do with Shelly. They are so cute. I really do enjoy watching them together, even if I'm not the biggest Ace fan or hadn't been the biggest Ace fan up until this point. I enjoy the way
Mhm.
they are moving together now, and I can take away. It could take away a little bit of the game playing strategy for me for Ace to be like, okay, but now he's moving on to another stage of really focusing on the relationship. Appreciate that. Um, we saw Taylor and Clark looking very happy and loving and kissing and they're cute. They are
Yeah,
cute. He made the
they
right
are.
decision for himself. I cannot deny he is cute with her. It's good. They're good. Iris and Pepe, they are in a good, happy, fun place for them. is this relationship real? I don't know. But
No, no,
they both leaving, going back to the
no,
people. Now, do the people want them when they go back out?
no,
Probably not. Probably not. So,
no,
but
no,
it is what it is.
no, they don't.
I don't think so. But they got the Facebook fans because we know why. Sorry, we know why y'all over there voting for the closest thing you can get to your great boy hope. Yeah. So yeah,
Watch them somehow.
they gonna make it to the
Like,
four. They gonna make it to the final four. I promise you. I think they will. I think they
I'm really
beating
intrigued.
somebody.
I am so intrigued to see how this voting goes. I'm not
This
gonna
is gonna be
lie.
interesting.
I am so
Yeah.
intrigued to see how this voting goes now.
Me too. Me
But
too. Because I am. Ooh, it was a lot of people, and it was so divided. On the few things that I saw, it was
yeah,
already like going so many different ways. So who knows
yeah,
what's gonna happen with this vote?
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
we do. So then the next day, everybody, like you said, everybody's waiting on the Maya and Brian to come out the Hideaway, and they are cute. They're happy. They're
I love
glowing.
it.
Um, so many bros in this conversation with the guys. So many bros.
Oh.
So many bros. I was like,
Drink every
bro,
time they say bro. Don't do
baby,
that.
we will.
No.
You will die. You will die if
You
you drink
will
every time.
you will pass away. Don't do
Mhm.
that.
Don't do that because they say
No.
bro like they breathing. It's like, bro,
Literally.
bro, bro,
Bruh.
bro, bro,
Bruh.
bro, and
Bruh.
every sentence started with bro, and then some sentence started and ended with bro, and I was like, oh, wow. Good lord. But Amaya went and told the girls her tale, and it was just a nice, fun. Like she was giddy, she was happy, and I loved that on her. She looked beautiful. The afterglow was there. You could tell she had a good time, and her skin was glowing. Her curls
These
was.
are the we've been
She,
so used to giving and now we get to receive. I'm so happy for our girl.
and she was very happy. But then, like you said, the text came right away, and the boys were going away to go play basketball. And I was like,
Cool.
when did we start doing this? Okay.
Um, okay.
Right, sure. It was catered
I
for Pepe and Chris because they were basketball
literally,
players, and so they wanted them to play basketball. Any reason
literally.
to get men on the court taking their shirts off, being sweaty? Sure.
I
Sure.
was not going to complain.
Me either. I mean, seeing Chris Duncan and Pepe Duncan and Nick sweating and you know
And Chris
yeah,
sweating
and
and
Chris sweating and
even
then
Ace,
Brian
I gotta
sweating.
be honest.
Ace was fine. Ace was looking good. Even
I
Taylor looked
said
good in there. I was like, wait a minute, is everybody looking better today? What's happening?
everybody
When
looked
Ta-
decent,
when
at
Taylor
least.
stood up on Ace, it was like
I was
I was
like,
like,
okay, I ain't too mad at this.
hey. I wasn't mad, and I love basketball. I love the game of basketball. So anytime I see men
Love some
playing
basketball.
basketball,
Yep.
I'm like, work. So I wasn't mad
Especially
at this.
shirtless in Fiji.
Yeah, in Fiji with a hot sun
So,
that's making it glisten.
uh,
Yeah, yeah, I loved it.
and then none of them put their shirts on for the rest of this time. And I said, thank you.
Thank you. What's the
Thank you
point?
very much.
You don't want to put your dry shirt on your sweaty, wet body for what?
Ugh.
For what? And I'm way too old to be looking at any of these men, but
I'm not.
I don't care. But did I say I was not gonna look? No, that's what they're taking their shirts off for me to look.
Exactly.
But yeah, but then of course we find out this is just all a big Pepsi ad, so great.
The fact that it's all just a fucking Pepsi ad
It's a
kills
Pepsi
me.
ad. It's like, oh, okay, work.
I mean,
T.
okay, get your coin, I
Get your
guess.
coin, do what you
Like,
gotta do.
all right,
Not
Peacock, get your coin, whatever. Like, all right, sure.
but then they
Party.
start party. And they start talking about the relationships and how they doing. Now here's my thing. I was like, why y'all sending the boys out to go play basketball? Y'all could have at least sent some spa people in there to take care of the girls. Like give them a spa day or some.
Right.
Like some masseuses be come in and give them a little.
The girls get nothing.
The girls get nothing.
Not a damn thing.
And I know y'all ain't trying to say that brunch that they did yesterday was something for them, and the boys get
No.
like anyway.
No.
But the girls just sat around and talk. But we saw the boys talking, and we saw everybody talking about each of their relationships. Ace was like him and Shelly are in a really good place. They really enjoy each other. You know, he's very happy where he is. Um, Brian, of course, is like, I mean, I love where I'm at. I really am enjoying this moment that we had. It was fun. It was great. We did
Mm-hmm.
that. Da da da. Pepe, Pepe, Pepe was like, I didn't think I would get close to anybody. I was like, bro, you got close
Yeah.
to two people. What do you mean? But
You've been close
okay,
to several many people, but all right, go off,
all
King.
right, go off, go off. He's like, I would never think I'd get
Go
this.
off. Go off. We don't have it
Yeah, we
here,
don't
but
have it, but yeah. He's just like, I just never thought I'd get close to somebody like this, and she's great. Iris is great. I'm like, okay, good for you and Iris.
so here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Here's this begs the question for me. Pepe,
Mhm.
if you didn't think you were gonna get close to someone like this, why the hell did you come on Love Island?
If you didn't think you were gonna get close to somebody, why didn't you leave when Hannah left?
Why
I
didn't
mean,
you leave when
oops,
Hannah was here?
oops,
Why didn't you
oops.
leave when Hannah left?
I
Why
mean,
didn't you like it just why
I
are
mean,
we oh so it oh Brandil Island, sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot. I forgot.
I forgot where we were now because we
I
come
forgot
like
where
I
we
said,
were.
we thought we were still on Love Island. We are still on Brandy Island. Got
We're
it,
not,
got it.
my mind was in Mallorca. I'm catching
Mhm.
up on Love Island UK right now too. I was in Mallorca where people were actually looking to find like real relationships. I forgot, Lana. We're in Fiji right now where it's Brandil Island. Sorry.
Mhm,
I'm so
mhm.
sorry. I'm so sorry, Lana.
It's wild. It's wild. But yeah, so that's cool. But here's the kicker for me. We then go to Nick, and he's like, "Yeah, that's how I feel about what's going on between me and Alandria. I never thought that this would be, the journey that we were on, and or that what happened, but I'm like really enjoying this and loving, liking where we are. I'm physically attracted to her. That's growing. Our emotional connection is growing. He's like, I'm just happy right now, and I didn't think that was what was going to happen with this. And he was like, I'm just gonna continue just to do the things to make her happy, and the little things to make her happy. And I was like, but then Taylor pipes in and it's like, yeah, you should definitely do the little things because that's what makes her happy. That's what she wants. And I was like, so
Shut
you
the fuck
knew.
up.
Please be quiet. Bruh, I'm trying. I was trying so hard. I'm not gonna curse right now, and I would because
Sorry.
that's not who I am. And I know it's the afternoon. I know some people might be listening at work. But yo, dude, shut up. Like, do don't do that. You have no right to say what she likes because you did nothing for her. You embarrassed her. How you gonna tell a man who already doing the job how to do their job? What? What? That's like walking into any store telling the cashier who's already cashing you out and doing their job how to do their job.
Literally.
I already know how to do my job. I'm literally
It's
doing
like
my
walking
job.
into a bank and telling the bank teller how to do their job.
You need to count
Like,
the money like this, like the
no.
way I'm already counting it.
Like,
Shut up. Like, please
shut
have
up.
several seats. You don't. Huh. But Nick was
Taylor,
like,
will you please shut up with your no Alandria knowledge mouth?
because you didn't want her, so you didn't even care to learn about her. I just, I don't like him. Don't like, But I was like, but then when Nick was like, I got to make her pancakes, the edges crispy. I was like, oh, I relate to that because that's how I like my
Yes,
pancakes.
same.
If you go give me some pancakes, I need my edges crispy. And then,
Um,
yeah.
Pancake toppings, thoughts. What do we like?
if I'm just gonna go natural, just butter and syrup. But if I
Mm.
was going to add anything, give me some strawberries and whipped cream or some apple cinnamon.
Ooh, apple cinnamon.
That's
I
pretty much
also
it.
like doing blueberry bacon pancakes.
I don't like blueberries like that. So,
Fair.
but
But
bacon pancakes.
I love putting the
Hmm.
blueberry and the bacon in the pancakes, and then a
Hmm.
little bit of either maple syrup, or I like putting agave on instead
Hmm.
of maple syrup. It's very good. It's very good. It's very good.
I like putting my bacon, cooking my bacon, sliding it in the pancake, and then a little syrup
Hmm.
on there. Mm,
Yep.
yep, yep, yep.
It's
But
so good.
it's so delicious. It's so delicious. But that was that. And then Taylor was talking about how he thinks Clark is the one. He wants to close things off with her. I'm like, of course you do. Ain't nobody else coming in, and ain't nobody else
I'm like, oh, it's the last week. How groundbreaking. You want to close off with Clark now?
right. I'm like, okay.
Okay, bro, go off, I guess. But
Go
like,
off. It's like, who else are
okay.
you gonna try to explore?
Literally.
Everybody is pretty much closed off at this point. It's like,
And to skip ahead, he does do it in front of everybody later. Like this
that,
moment of asking Clark to be exclusive with him in front of everybody, and then like the whole moment with the boys. I gotta be real and honest. This was cringe as fuck. I'm sorry to keep. I'm sorry to keep saying it, but it just was. It just was. Like it was just cringe. It was I wanted so badly for Clark to have that moment, just the two of them, where they could do it and then Clark could go tell the girls herself, especially because she is the last of the Casa girls here and she's been doing her best to ingratiate herself with all of the other OG girls. And instead, Taylor's got to make everything about himself as per usual. And I hated this for Clark. I'm happy for them. If this is the connection that they want, then I'm happy for them. I hated the way he did this.
I agree. I didn't like it. And maybe it's because I'm not a grand gesture kind of girl. I would rather things be done in private.
And
Um,
I'm the same way. I'm the
I,
exact same way.
I want to be able to feel my emotions for myself and not feel like I'm doing it for other people. And so I just feel like that was like, he's just that, but everything about him is that way. He doesn't know how to do anything because he doesn't know how to deal with his own emotions. And so it's just like, it comes off a bit like, hey, everybody, look at what I'm doing. And it's just like,
Yeah.
it don't have to be that. It could be just,
You can have sincere moments without making a
ah,
spectacle out of it.
yeah. And I just,
And then instead of like hugging her and kissing her first, he went to go like jump
jump
around and
on the
be a
guys.
fucking fool with the boys. I'm like, I'm
Get out
sorry.
of
That
here.
whole situation was just so cringe to me. Like it was gross. And I'm like,
I didn't care for it. I honestly didn't care for it
I
at
didn't care
all.
for it either.
I was just like,
Happy for them, happy for Clark,
hmm
but
I, I didn't need that. I
it's
didn't need.
weirdo behavior. It's weirdo behavior from him. I'm sorry. That's just
I
what it
mean, but
is.
it's the same thing he did with the whole
Uh,
date with Alandria. Like he felt like he had to make it very, you know, loud and in front of everybody because he doesn't know how to do intimate moments, and that's
because he's playing the game.
unfortunate. Exactly. It's like everything is for show. Nothing is
Yep,
for us. Nothing is for
exactly.
just everything is for show. It's just like everything doesn't have to be like we saw we didn't even when Nick closed things off with Sierra, that was a personal private date moment for them. And I don't
Yep.
think anybody wants to do those kind of close off things being in, like I don't know, maybe they told him to do that because they knew he was, what was
Going
gonna
home.
happen, but whatever. Um, just I don't know.
It
I,
very well might have been a producer, egging him on to do it.
maybe
But
I don't
like
know.
I wouldn't put it past producers in that case, honestly.
I should have went through this earlier, but I
Oh
forgot.
yeah.
I forgot. What is going on? My thing is being weird.
Oh, do you need me to do it?
Something popped up on my screen, but I got it.
Okay. Oh yes, our
Uh,
couples. We've been talking about them the whole time. But there's couples. Our couples. Ooh, couples. The couples. Ooh, couples. Ooh. Ooh, yes. Period. 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 Period.
um, yeah,
Great. Yay.
but
Our two favorite couples for last. Period.
absolutely, absolutely. But the couples, that's who they are. I,
Period.
I should have brought that up a long time ago,
Uh,
but it's okay. Um,
it's
they everybody's happy because, well, let's get back. We did have a moment. Allegria was talking to Huda and Shelly, and she was like, "Is this a friendship to lovers kind of thing happening?" Because she was like, "We feel comfortable with each other now.
right.
Um, we cuddled, and neither one of us felt weird about it." She said, "I'm losing." The guilty feeling that I felt about picking Nick is
Uh-huh.
dissolving. I just really like him. And I was like, yes, Alendria, I need you to tell him no that. I need you to tell him
I
that though.
need I
I
need I need I need them to have that conversation. I
yes,
need
I need her to do that. And I think that will happen probably Thursday.
I think so.
I was like, we'll have that conversation on Thursday, especially after the family visit, because I think that's happening on Thursday.
It has to be,
It
right?
has to happen Thursday. So I think we'll get the family visits on Thursday. We'll start, thinking about and somebody's gonna go home Thursday.
Yeah.
And then we'll start getting into finale mode on Friday, and then Sunday is the finale.
Yep.
So I just think it has to happen on Thursday, because I think with the family visits will reassure her, because his family likes her family
Her
likes
family
him.
likes him. Yeah.
And so I think she just needs that kind of like, and to find out that, yeah, America is supporting you. They want this to happen. It's like, people need this to happen. I don't know if they're going to get a flat out like America is supporting them on this kind of thing,
I don't
but
think, yeah, I think they're gonna get the "we're supporting you" message at the very least, and I think that will be enough for Alandria. I think that'll be enough for both of them, to be honest. But I think it'll be especially enough for Alandria to be like,
okay,
"We're gonna make it work."
I can show
Yeah.
how I feel. I don't have to just, because she's doing it in little ways, and her actions, like the way she
Yeah.
looks at him and the way she is appreciative of what he's doing. And she's telling
Yeah.
the confessionals how she's feeling. She's telling us.
Uh huh.
We know how she feels. We know she's attracted to him. We know watching him in daddy mode just amped it up
Mm-hmm.
a little bit for her. We know this. She's not telling him this. And I
Yeah.
think Nick is still a little skittish from the first rejection that he got from her, when she was like, we need to be friends, because of all the other situations that was going on. That he doesn't want to just be like, this is how I'm feeling, this is how I'm feeling, this is how
And
I'm
it
feeling.
and it makes sense. It
It
makes
makes
sense completely.
sense. It has to be in her court now. It has to
Yeah.
be in her court. She has to tell him and reassure him now, because he's
Yeah.
done everything that he could do to reassure her until now. And I just think when family visits happen and her family tells her, this man really does like you.
Like
You
we're
really
seeing
do.
it.
We're seeing it.
You're
A lot of people are seeing it.
We've been seeing it since day
Day
one,
one.
girl. Now I wonder, okay,
Okay.
conspiracy theory time.
Hmm.
Is there going to be a situation where, because we haven't had the one conversation we've been talking about the whole time, where with the blindfold kiss,
That
is
has to come
this
out.
the situation where is the family going to be the one to say something about it? Like, oh yeah, no, he's been into you since the beginning. And are they going to be the ones to bring it up to her?
Maybe.
I could see it.
I can
I could
see
see it.
that. And,
Especially because they know
right.
that they haven't talked about it yet. So
I think that can happen. I think that is what is going to come out is that the family says, or her family, like, this man been trying to kiss you since day one. After your initial kiss that you did, he kissed you in the black hole challenge. And she gonna be like, wait, what? She's like,
what?
oh yeah, that was Nick who kissed you. And she gonna be like, wait, what? He never because he went right to
Well,
Sierra right that same night. He had no time to tell
yep,
her that.
yep.
He had no time to tell her that. And so it was just like the stars are aligning, and I think the people are going to point it out. And another conspiracy theory. Well, it's been rumored that some fans on TikTok who has made edits
Oh,
for Nick and Alandria have been contacted about using said edits for future shows.
oh,
So I'm thinking somebody could get a movie date or some kind of something where they show
oh. So they're gonna get the movie date
yeah,
that Serena
Serena and
and Cordell,
Cordell, which
baby.
gives me winner edit.
Obviously, at this
Shit.
point, like, I am mad. I am mad. I am mad.
I'm just saying that's what's the word on the street is that some of these people have been contacted. So I'm like, is this what we're going to get? We're going to show they get the movie date and we see they have to
Mm-hmm.
see it for themselves.
Yep,
And I think they have to see it in 4K for them to
hundred
let
percent,
it click.
100%. Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, well,
All right, all right, all right.
all right. If that happens, I'm mad at it. But yeah,
Nope,
I
I
do
ain't mad
think that
either.
and I just feel like this is right now the couples that we have is the best couples that we needed for this time
Yeah,
because it makes sense. I'm sure some people went home that shouldn't have went home. Sure, a lot of people. It could have been other couples that would have been stronger.
truly. Yeah,
It would have if some other people would have stayed and some it would have been had some much stronger couples. But I think with the group that we have now, I could see the right the right four making it to the final.
I agree.
But
I agree.
yeah, yeah. So we do get after everybody's coming down for the night, we get Taylor's big grand gesture of a closing off situation. Like we said, happy for Taylor, happy for Clark. I think they're
Yeah.
beautiful together. I don't know if I buy into their relationship fully, if I think that they're going to last afterwards for many reasons. Not because they're not attracted to each other, not because they don't like each other. I don't think they're on the same page of lifestyle and where they might go from that.
And well, what I wanted to bring up is what Alandria brought up with Nick, where she's in vet school
He's in vet school.
or he's in vet school. So, like,
Where's the time going to come from?
exactly.
You're already long distance, and now you're
Uh,
long distance and busy in school, in vet school, which is a lot
I'm
of work.
sorry. I'm sorry. I don't see it.
I don't see Clark.
Like,
And Clark, when he was talking about living in the farm in Oklahoma, Clark was not interested. She didn't
nope.
look too interested. She don't want to live on the farm. She's
Nope.
a girly girl, and she wants. I think she wants to live in a city, but in a city in the South because she's still a
Yep.
Southern girl. But she don't want to live on no farm. I don't think. I don't think
I don't think.
it didn't come off that way to me watching
Not at
her.
all.
Now we could be totally wrong and be having the wrong reads, but it didn't come off that way to me.
No.
Um, I feel okay. Let's get into this next situation because we can't bypass this. We have skirted and moved around it as far as we can because we got to talk about it. And it's
Yeah.
the last person I want to talk about, but it's Huda and
Mhm.
Chris.
Oh God.
I want to know what I want to know because I know how I feel about this situation and on both points. I want to know
hmm
where your head is. What do you think about the non PDA but is willing to freak it up in the sheets?
I mean, it's a rematch of what happened with Jeremiah. That's like, for me, what it comes to is like, I'm just a little bit frustrated when it comes to the overall situation here. I think it's I see a lot of this falling on Huda and Huda not learning. That's where I see it. Um I think Chris could have been a little bit more forward with the way with his feelings and with the way that he felt about, outward PDA and things like that. I definitely think there is a scenario where that could have happened. Um but I think ultimately the situation at hand is that she's treating him the same way she treated Jeremiah, where she is embarrassed to do anything in front of anybody, because of the way that she has been perceived in the villa. She doesn't want to start confrontation. She wants everything to be her way. And so anytime there's any kind of confrontation or any kind of backlash from anybody, in whether it's in her relationship or not, um she doesn't know how to handle it. So I understand that a lot of people are like, well, Chris needed to do this, Chris needed to do that. Okay, cool. The common denominator here is Hada. So yes, Chris should have done more. I think Chris could have done more to reassure her. Chris could have done this, that, and the third. Hada shouldn't be here to begin with right now because she should have been gone a long time ago. But this just shows me that, we thought Hada had grown from this situation. In reality, she hasn't. She hasn't. In my opinion, I don't see the growth from Hada. And it's unfortunate to see.
So here's my thing. I think for to for Huda, her situation, I think she is embarrassed and she's trying to do things different. And I don't think she's embarrassed of Chris. Let's get that straight. I don't think she's embarrassed to kiss Chris or whatever. I think she's embarrassed because of how the first half of the season played out for her. I
Yeah.
think she feels like she needs to do something different in her relationship this time around because she was criticized so much with her relationship with Jeremiah that she's like, okay, I have to do something different. I can't
Yep.
be all up over him like I was with Jeremiah. Like she had no problem kissing Jeremiah in public. She had no problem, doing all of that stuff because she enjoyed it and that's what she was doing. And her doing that, everybody was they're just too much. They love bombing each other. They do that. It was a lot of criticism, a lot of hate, backlash coming her way for her being in her relationship with Jeremiah as freely and openly as she wanted to. And
Yep.
so I think now she's trying to say, hey, let me do something different. Maybe I don't
She's
need
trying
to
to
show.
course correct too much.
Absolutely. And she's like, let me not do this in front of everybody. So maybe they won't have anything to say about us, making out or whatever, whatever. And I feel like she took it to the extreme. Like you said, course correcting too much. It's okay to course correct, but now she's doing it too much. And she's not sharing her what her plan of action is with Chris. And that is
Yep.
the problem. And she would have told Chris up front, like, hey, I'm just not really comfortable with PDA. So if you
Yeah.
don't mind us not doing that, that would be great. Like I like being, very private with my who I am, blah, blah, blah. I think if she would have said that off the rip and off the top, he probably would have been okay with it and he would have understood.
Yeah.
But she didn't communicate that with him. He could have communicated that he does like PDA. This is something that he wants to do. He likes to show off,
Yeah.
even if it's just a little peck or whatever. He could have told her that and they would have been able to correct it. Am I mad for her trying to course correct? Absolutely not, because I feel like she feels like this is something that she has to do because she felt like they made her feel like she did it wrong. And
Absolutely.
honestly, she did not do anything wrong with Jeremiah
No.
as far as trying to show him affection. If that's who you like and that's the person you want to be in a relationship with, you should be perfectly fine with showing them the affection that you want to show. And that's fine. I just think the Islanders made her feel like what she did was wrong. So
Yep.
therefore she had to try to fix it. And
Yep.
that's something that she's going a balance that she would has to come up. So I'm not saying Huda did anything what that part was wrong. I don't think she did that part wrong. I think she was just trying to fix what she thought was wrong for
Hmm.
that was put on her that was wrong. Now, how she also handled it was kind of weird because
Hmm.
she could have just said that. She could have just said, "Hey, I'm trying to redo what I messed up the first time, and so I'm
Yeah.
trying to cut back on the PDA." If she would have just said that, he probably would have understood. But then she was like, "No, I just didn't want it to be mean. It felt mean. What was mean? There was nothing mean about what you like."
Nothing is mean about what you're doing, Hada. Like, the
it-
situation is like this couple, this relationship is a 50-50 situation. This
Yes.
comes down to Hada's ultimate problem that we've had since day one in the villa. She does not know how to communicate with
Mm-mm.
anybody.
And she
Her
does not know how to
communication
take
skills
account.
are, yeah, and she doesn't, yeah.
She doesn't know how to take accountability for when she does mess up.
Her communication skills are a -0.
Yeah. She doesn't know, and I think it's because nobody has told her. She doesn't have those people in her life to tell her, "Hey girl, you're wrong. This is not
Yeah.
cool." Like the accountability, I don't know. And I've heard from a lot of people from her community who say that's how girls are raised, that they don't do any wrong. Like that's they are the princesses and that's they don't do wrong. Their parents don't hold them accountable for some things, and people in their families don't hold them accountable, and so they don't have friends, so they don't know how to be held accountable because everything they're supposed to do is right and everybody's supposed to cater to them. And I think
Yep.
that is showing with Twitter. She
Yeah.
feels like everybody needs to cater to her,
Yep.
and that no, like she doesn't do anything wrong, nobody, and if she don't have
It's
people in her
such a
life to tell her
dangerous
that.
mindset.
Exactly. And that's what scares me. I'm like, people need to tell everybody when they're doing wrong. I don't care if you are the people's princess, the king and queen of England, you have to be told when you're doing wrong. Because if you're never held accountable for your actions, you're just going to continue to make bigger and bigger mistakes. And
Yeah.
nothing is ever going to be solved. I think this situation, I just don't think they're a match together because they obviously want two different things. And this is no
Yeah.
shade to Huda or to Chris. It's just
Yeah.
sometimes you're just not compatible, and you throwing around, you know, being intimate with somebody is not never going to solve it. But I
Yep.
think that seems to be all she knows. It's like if I just trap this man with my good,
Yeah.
he's going to do whatever I say. And that's not
Yeah.
always the case. That's not always the case. And so watching them have this conversation and her just shutting down and him just like, I don't know what to do anymore,
Mhm.
was frustrating. And it was eye opening for, I hope, for a lot of people to see that they are just not compatible. They
No.
don't need to go any further on this show.
No.
She needs to go home and get some therapy, and he needs to
Yep.
go figure out what he go do with the rest of his life and either get a job or go play basketball if that's what you go do. But
Yeah.
it's just they're just not compatible. And I
No.
don't dislike either one of them. That's the thing. I don't dislike either one of them. I like separately away from each other. I think they're fine, fine
Yeah.
people. And I think Huda could get some, could become better if she takes accountability and gets some help. But and I hope this show shows her that she just
I
needs
agree.
to get, like, okay, let me figure out what's wrong with me and let me focus on me and my child right now and
I
leave
hope
these
so.
men alone for a while so I can get my life together. I hope that's what this shows. I don't believe so because there's gonna be so many defenders out there who's gonna tell us she was perfect, she was fine, and everything was great.
Yep.
And she's gonna come out believing
Because
that
those
because
because those people were raised the same way, and those people don't have, because frankly, those people are children still,
children, yeah,
just as she is. And honestly, like, and that's no shade to her. She is 24 years old.
yep,
Like, that is just the reality of her situation. She has not had the adult situations that a lot of people have in relationships. Like, she doesn't have that experience with a lot of these things.
yeah,
I really just, the unfortunate part of this whole situation is I just wish she had been sent home weeks ago, because she
yeah.
doesn't need to still be in this villa. She needs to be
Mm-hmm.
taking care of herself.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, she needs to be taking care of herself and her personal situation instead of being on this show. And I think ultimately this show is going to cause her a lot more harm than it is good. And
And
that's really the most unfortunate part.
I want people to stop acting like Huda just because everybody's like, oh, but she's shown some growth. She's shown some growth. She's shown something. I don't know if it's
Some.
growth. And here's the reason why, because the only reason she's not crashing out and hadn't continued to crash out is because production stepped in and told her she had to stop. If she did not stop, they were putting her out. And so the growth that we think she's shown is her just trying to stay in the villa because she knows
Yeah.
this is Brandale Island. And if she got kicked out, it wouldn't be a good look.
Yeah.
So she calmed down. She calmed down. Yes. She calmed down because she had to, not
Yeah.
because she wanted
Because
to.
otherwise she wouldn't get the money that she was guaranteed in her contract.
Right. So she calmed down because she knew she needed to stay in this villa.
Yeah.
So let's not act like she just did it because of such amazing growth, because we see her communication skill has not changed.
No.
Her discernment for reading the room and her accountability has not changed. She has not grown. But I'm hopeful that it can when she gets out of this
Me too.
villa and she sees it. So never discount anybody, and I would love to hear or see in the future that Huda has just grown into this amazing woman who's doing these amazing things and
I
doing it
hope we see
healthily
it.
and doing
I
it
hope we
healthily.
see
I
it.
hope we see it. I hope we see it. It'll be great to see. Um, but that conversation happens. Chris talks to Amaya. And Maya reassures him that he didn't do anything wrong. His feelings were valid. She then goes to talk to Huda and was trying to be a peacemaker, a mediator between the two. Like, this is what he feels, and I get what you're feeling. Da da da. Before we can get any resolution to anything, a text comes through, and we got, please everybody go to the fire pit immediately. And so they go to the fire pit. They are getting texts saying that America has been voting on their favorite couples, and in no particular order, these are the couples that are safe. No particular order.
Mm,
So the first couple was safe was Ace and Shelley.
sure.
Sure. Second couple that was safe was Amaya and Brian. Sure. We got it.
Yay!
We knew it. Third couple that was saved was Iris and Pepe.
And I said, oh,
I said, ooh,
oh.
okay. I said, well, I know
Okay,
who's
so the
going
so
home,
the
I think.
Facebook moms clocked in today. Got it.
I said, okay, I think I know who did. I know who voted. Okay. The fourth couple that was saved was Huda and Chris. And I was like, oh.
Oh,
I said, oh, production, y'all
because
messy
of
for this.
course.
Of course
Because of course.
you wanted to put Taylor and Clark against Nick and Alandria. And I said,
Of
look here,
course.
production, let me tell y'all something. Y'all not slick because we know that Nick and Alandria was nowhere near that bottom two. Let's be
Ow.
honest. They were
In
nowhere
no
near no you
particular
order.
order.
Y'all was trying to make us have heart attacks, and y'all wanted to make Nick and Alandria have a heart attack and thinking that nobody likes this relationship when half of the world is rooting for this relationship.
Nothing of the sort.
Nothing of the sort. And I'm just like, I was sitting there like, well, we know who's gonna go home. We know who's gonna go home. Y'all not finna play with me. We know who's finna go home, right? And yeah, they went home. Bye. I'm so happy for your connection. I'm so happy for y'all being closed off. I hope it works out in the future for y'all. But Fiji Airport is called to get your connecting flight to where you need to go. Bye.
Period. Bye.
Bye. Sorry. I it's not a moment of joy of sheer just like what like I was
Yeah.
when Austin left. It wasn't like that.
Yeah.
Um, but Clark, you didn't deserve this, but you at least got your
No.
man out of the situation. You got your man out of the situation, and
Good
you
for you,
came
girl.
out. You came out looking great.
Yes.
Taylor, on the other hand, you come out looking like a fool
Boo Boo the
because
fool.
you still think it's because people are not voting for you because of you picking Clark over Landria. That is never and has never been the case. And I want you to take accountability for this at some point in your life. And you do owe Landria an apology because you breadcrumbed that woman for the entire time. You applied pressure when other people were interested in her. You stopped the people from pursuing her in the villa because you didn't want her to have options. And then when you found what you were looking for, you didn't even have the decency to tell her the second she walked in at Casa, you could have pulled her aside and said, hey, I have found this connection with Clark. I want to be with Clark. I only am going to pursue Clark. So we go dead this here. You could have said that at the beginning when you saw her back in Casa. So she could have
Yeah.
processed, you know what? It didn't work out for us. Now I'll have to figure out a different game plan. And she would have moved accordingly. But you didn't do that. What you did was tell her all the way up into that recoupling of Casa that you were exploring the both of them, exploring the both of them. I'm ping ponging back and forth between the both of you. If you would have just told her that you were done, Casa, your head was completely turned and Clark had it, she would have moved differently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She would have moved a lot differently. And it probably would have been very open to her connection that she was forming with Nick at that time. But you didn't even do that.
I need Taylor to take the same communication and accountability lessons that Hutta needs to take.
Hmm.
Because I need him to, I agree with you. I need him to take accountability for this situation. Clark, baby, good for you. Good for you, ma'am. Happy for you, Diva. Regardless of if you keep this man, if you let this man go, I am happy for you, ma'am. Good for you. Really like her, actually. You
Like her.
know, really liked her from the beginning of Casa to now. Big fan of Clark. If this doesn't work out, I would love to see Clark on Love Island Games.
Would love that. I would
Would
love that.
love that. Would love that. If it does work out, good for you,
Good for
mama.
her.
Good
Good
for
for
you.
you.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
If you
Taylor,
love it,
take it.
if you like it, I love it.
If you know what, I want what's best for Clark. I
Mhm.
want what's best for Clark. And if this is what's best for Clark, then baby, you take it, and we love it for you. Taylor, take some goddamn accountability, and that's all I have to say on the matter.
Literally, that's all you have to do. Take accountability. You owe Alandra
He's
an
still he's
apology.
well, he's also still a child, so you
Yeah.
know I think that will come. I think that will come, but
Hopefully, somebody outside in his real life will explain to him what the
I
problem
prayed it.
is and not,
I pray to somebody
I
that
mean,
somebody
somebody
tells him.
explain to what he did wrong. And so maybe he can actually take an accountability. I don't know. I don't know. But whatever. They're gone. And we had a vote last night again.
We did.
We had a vote, and who do you want to see in the finale is the vote.
Yep.
I
Did we vote for the
know.
exact same people we voted for last time,
Well, vote for
Lana?
the same people. We always vote for the same people we voted for. You know, you and the My Papaya gang rise up,
Yep.
stand up, do your thing.
Yep.
And me and the Nickelandria hand eye, we will stand
Of
up and we will
course.
rise up
Yep.
and do our thing.
100%.
I feel like this. This is the time we all need to get on our collective Zooms,
Yep.
stand on business. Like if
Yep.
you are, don't split your votes. I ain't splitting no votes between nobody. If you are a
Nope.
Maya Papaya fans and you
Yep.
want her in the finale, all y'all rise up and vote. If you are Ace and Shelly
Yep.
fans, all y'all
Mm,
stand up and y'all vote for the people who you want to vote for. If you're a
If you're a Nick and
Nickelandria fan,
Alandria fan,
stand up
get your
and just
votes
vote.
in. Yep.
Do not split your votes. What's the point of
No.
doing that? Like, well, I like Shelly and I like Ace and I like Lindsay and Nick and I like them all, so I'm gonna split between. That's not gonna do anything. Just do
No.
what you got to do and let each
Yep.
other's fan bases
Yep.
support and do what they go do because
Yep.
them
I
Iris Pepe
love.
people,
I know
they
The
do.
Iris and Pepe people and the Huda and Chris people are coming. Well, the Huda people. We like Chris. We like Chris. I'm gonna exclude Chris from the conversation because he's at least, somewhat fine. But the Iris and the Pepe and the Huda people are coming. So
Hmm.
Ace and Shelley fans, lock in.
Lock
Nick
in,
Landry fans, lock in.
lock
Brian
in.
Maya Papaya Hive, lock in. We need to get our 3 to the final. Don't split your votes, y'all. The
But it's too
vote's already
late now.
done, but
We got our break today, so I'm thankful for the break. I'm
I
thankful.
know.
I usually am very annoyed with Wednesday breaks, but I think
Oh, I'm
we need this
thrilled.
break. I need this break
Thrilled.
today.
Well,
Uh,
especially given what we've got going on tomorrow, I am thrilled for the break. I'm not gonna lie to you, Lana.
I'm very much thrilled for the break. I have been thrilled for the break for the last 3 weeks. So I'm like, because it's been a
Yeah,
lot. So I appreciate this Wednesday break, but we are coming down to the last week. This is the last week. Well,
yeah,
we got 3 more episodes to go,
yeah.
and we're done with Love Island. But we're gonna be back here on Friday at 4:10 ish Eastern,
Ish.
and then Saturday at 6:10 Eastern ish
Ish.
to
And we might do. We haven't talked about what we're doing for finale yet.
I fear we might need to do a live finale on
I think we're
Sunday.
gonna have to do live finale on Sunday.
We might have to do a live finale on
I think
Sunday.
we will be back on Friday with what we're gonna do
Decision.
for finale.
Yes.
I think we're gonna have to do it live. We literally, y'all, with the way our schedule's going right now, we literally haven't gotten that far in deciding what we're doing. So it's so fucking wild, y'all.
It's wild.
But I fear,
It
Lana,
might I fear we might have to do it.
I fear we might have to watch live and go live right
Oh yeah,
after.
I
And I'm
always
not
watch
mad at it.
live. I always watch live because
I don't, but I think I might have to on that occasion
yeah,
to do it because I think we're gonna need to do it immediately.
yeah. But
So
we will figure it out. We will come back on Friday and we will give you all a definitive answer on what we're going to do for finale. Um, we'll talk about that. So join us for Soul Ties Live as you should. And I know we missed No Invite Needed for on Tuesday. Life things, a lot of stuff happened that day. And I
we'll
told y'all all about it yesterday.
explain.
Oh, I told
Yeah.
them about it yesterday,
Oh, per.
what's going on. But we are going to do our full week synopsis of Casa Week for
Yeah.
Love Island UK. No invite needed. We will do all that on Friday. So lock in Friday for all of our takes on the full week of Casa on Love Island
Yeah.
because we got a lot of stuff to
We
watch.
might we might need to go a little earlier, I
We
fear.
might. We might.
Um
We'll figure all of it out. Just stay tuned. If you subscribe and hit the
we'll let you
notification.
know on socials. Follow us on social media at the Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. We'll let you know when
And 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 also just hit the notification bell and you'll know exactly when we're going live. Hmm.
exactly. Period,
So hit
period,
the
period.
notification bell and subscribe to all of that so you know exactly what we're going to
Yep.
do, when we're going to do it. And because we also have our Big Brother premiere week, and our recap is Thursday at 10 p.m.
Tomorrow,
Eastern tomorrow
Big
live.
Brother premiere.
So that is a lot going on. So please, please follow us. We got a lot going on this week, and we're going to start a lot of Big Brother coverage 4 nights a week, um, every week for Big Brother. So join us for Big Brother. Join us for a No Invite Needed. Join us for Soul Ties Live, and just hit the subscribe button. Just do that, and the notification bell so you know all the stuff we got going on. We got a
We
lot.
appreciate you, Love
We
Island
really do.
fam. We appreciate y'all
Y'all have been
fiercely. Like
eating. Yeah,
y'all
y'all
have
been
been eating
eating.
up Even though this season has been ups and downs and lefts, rights, diagonals, and everything in between, we appreciate y'all fiercely for showing us all the support on this season. So thank you.
Thank you. And just continue to follow us here, follow us on all of our channels. Join our Patreon, follow our audio podcast links. Join us, follow us on our socials at The Cut Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Spot. Get your mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com. And we're gonna go because we got nothing else to say about this. But while we're gone and doing more great content for you, just go and click that next video and watch us. And
Go watch
we'll
our
get
Big Brother 27 cast assessment first impressions, period.
and anything else you want to watch. We got plenty of
And anything
things for
else.
you to watch. So
Truly.
cheers, y'all. So we'll see y'all later. Cheers.
Cheers.